Thank you, Jens, for the introduction. My name is Ebbe Vestergaard. I'm going to talk to you about volunteers and how volunteers can be the power that fuels the success of cultural and social events. That is the main concern of this presentation, how organizations and businesses can use volunteers to drive social and cultural events to success. And first about me, this is actually taken from Milegrad for Diversity last year. Milegrad for Diversity that Jens is going to present. I've been a volunteer in a large number of organizations. I have worked as a bartender. I have worked as a cafe manager. I have worked in larger organizations like Save the Child, Red Barnet in Danish, and the Red Cross, Røde Kors in Danish also. I have been one of the organizers in a lot of larger festivals as well. I've been cooperating with Northside Festival, which some of you might know, Skanderborg Festival, Milegrad for Diversity, also Sustainability Festival, Images Festival, Denmark's largest Friday bar, Danmarks største fredagsbar, and so on. So I have a lot of experience with both being a volunteer and being the one that organizes volunteers. And that is why I feel I have some knowledge about what I'm going to discuss with you today. And I'm going to raise a lot of questions about how you can successfully integrate volunteers into organizations. And I'm sorry if I don't answer them all, but later on in the panel sessions, perhaps if you have something you want to ask me, you can just fire away. Because I have two main concerns that I'm going to raise today. I have one concern that is, how can we create an environment that makes it easier for new events to grow by integrating volunteers? One of the main problems for small events is to integrate volunteers so that they can grow. Because we all know that if you don't have people standing in the bar, or people rolling out the grass, people helping clean up, people helping go around, showing people your event, then your event can't exist. And for a lot of small events, this is a problem because you don't have the funds or the means to hire somebody, and you probably don't have any knowledge about how you integrate volunteers. So this is a very, very reasonable concern for a lot of small events. And it's very important to address this concern in particular, because larger events can, to some extent, pay their way out of this, but small events often die if they don't succeed in integrating the volunteers. The other question that I'm going to raise is, how has previous events succeeded in integrating volunteers and thereby securing internal and external growth? And this is the examples where I'm going to look at some of the events that has succeeded in doing what I just asked in the previous slide. And, oh, this is too soon. And one of the things that I'm going to bring out is the thing called Muskelsvindfonden. Probably some of you know it. They are the ones that organize green concerts, and they also have a lot of other events in Denmark. They have created a community where not only do they have an internal system that works very well, they have a social network for their volunteers, where people can write, I have this degree and I have these skills that I can use in correlating with volunteer work. They also have a lot of people working with evolving the volunteers. So they have made a strategy that if you as a volunteer has worked at Muskelsvindfonden for a long time, then you will automatically move up and get a lot of more responsibility. And this is a way to make sure that people not only stay interested but also wants to make a more effort, because if there is a carrot at the end of the string, then perhaps you would provide something more than you would if there wasn't. So this is one of the examples that is very, very good, and that I have taken a lot of inspiration from. Another example that is very good is Malgade for Diversity this year in 2013. The way that they integrated volunteers as not only a part of the group that organized the festival, but also as a part of the people that helped out on the day. Because Malgade for Diversity exists only of volunteers. Jens will probably come into this, but Malgade for Diversity has they have no people that are paid to do their work. Everybody is a volunteer, and everybody is there because they want to contribute to this festival, because they think that it's a good festival. And that is one of the most important things that you can do for your volunteers. It is if they believe in your idea, if they think that your event is good and they want to contribute without having a goal that I want to achieve money, or I want to achieve some networking possibilities and so on. If they are there to help out your event because they believe in the idea and because they want to help you, then you got a very good foundation for integrating your volunteers. So these are the two examples of successful integrating volunteers. That's the one with the portal where people can socialize. They have a very good system of upgrading volunteers if you've been there for a long time. And the other one is the cause. If people are there because they believe in the cause, then you will probably succeed in the long run. And why do I take these two examples out to answer this question, how volunteers can be the power that fuels the success of cultural and social events? Well, it's because these two examples shows how volunteers can do so. And the conclusion of my presentation, and also the thing that I'm here representing, is an alternative that combines these two main things that the two events did, the portal and the course. I want to combine these two things and make it possible for small events to have the possibility to do this. Because if small events can integrate volunteers in a good large system, and if they can make the volunteers believe in their cause, well, then they have the fundamental possibility of creating a very good event that can grow exponentially. And the way that I did this is I created a portal. First of all, you might remember a few seconds ago I said that the portal is one of the main concerns. Okay, so we need to have an online forum or an online portal where people can sign up for the jobs and where they can get the information. That's one of the main things. Not Facebook, not Twitter, not some already existing portal, but we need to have a portal that focuses on giving people information about their voluntary work. So this is the first thing that I did. I created a portal. It's not so easy as it's just saying it. There is a lot of coding behind it, but it can be done, and I have had somebody help me. So I have this portal now. Okay, I have a portal where people can socialize. There's the social network, and you can find voluntary jobs. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that I need to have people think that this course, that the reason they need to use my portal is because they believe in my cause. And I don't have any course because I just made a portal that takes all the events together and help them organize their voluntary work. So I don't have any course, and that's a main concern for me. I don't have any course. But the thing that I did is, okay, I looked at what will people want to gain from voluntary work. You probably all have either been a volunteer or know somebody who has been a volunteer. And the main thing that people say is they want to be a volunteer because they want to help people. They want to make a difference in the world. They want to feel that they have contributed in some way to making another person's life better. That's one of the main things that people say. But another thing that more and more people are saying is that I want to be a volunteer because I want to gain some skills for my business life. I want to evolve some skills that I can use later in my work life, or that can qualify me to getting that job that I can't get right now. So if I combine this course, the course that people want to get some skills and wants to evolve themselves with the portal, then I think have the answer to how can we integrate, how can volunteers be the power that, how can we create an environment that makes it easier for new events to grow by helping volunteers. So I made this portal, it's called the frivillige netværk. It's in Danish, I'm sorry, so if some of you can't understand Danish, you unfortunately can't see what it says, but I'll do it very quickly. These are the 6 things that this portal can do. You can come in as a volunteer here and say, I want to work as a volunteer. And then you can find a job in a job listing. Very easy, sign up, boom, you got the job. That's the thing for the volunteers. Then I got 5 offers for the organizations. We got, I need volunteers for a job. Then you can enlist this job at the job enlistings, and you can get people to sign up. We got this forum. I need a forum for my volunteers. You can get a group where you can communicate and organize your volunteers, just as Muskelsvindfonden did. They made an internal system. Here, I have made an internal system that everybody can use. And then these 3 last ones, it's I want to book a lecture about voluntariness. I want to have help getting volunteers, and I want a bigger voluntary network. And these are the things that we help the organizations with. So if you focus on this and this and this, the fact that somebody wants to be a volunteer, we get the jobs in a portal. Somebody wants to get volunteers, we give them the possibility to enlist jobs, and they need a social forum, where a social network, a forum where they can organize their volunteers. Then I believe I have the recipe for new events to have the possibility to grow by integrating their volunteers. Because they have an internal system, the volunteers have a profile, they can enlist for jobs, and you can enlist jobs through the portal. And that is what we have done for 2,000 volunteers already, and hopefully in the next year it will be 10,000 people. We hope that this portal can be the portal that everybody uses in Denmark, all organizations, all volunteers, so that we can gather all volunteers and all organizations and all the jobs in one place and make it easier for new events to grow by integrating volunteers. I hope it was fun listening to. This is a picture from Mejlgade for Diversity last year. Some people relaxing. They have worked very hard. That was all that I had to say. Thank you for your attention.